Hello and welcome to this instalment of Talking Trim. I'm Jonathon Skinner and today we are looking at the main interior trim panels for the Jaguar MK10 and Jaguar 420G models. So this is a bit of a summary video showing a combination of the different interior trim panels found in the main cabin area of the Jaguar MK10 and the Jaguar 420Gs. It doesn't include everything, so things like the underdash areas, the inner sills, which were sometimes in vinyl, sometimes in carpet, consoles, seats, headliner, etc. All of that is not in this video, and also no boot trunk areas in this video. See separate videos for that, but this constitutes pretty much everything else in terms of the main interior trim panels found in those cars. So all of these parts here that you're seeing here are included as part of our trim kit, with the exception of a couple of optional extra items, things like the fully trimmed door armrests. The fully trimmed versions are optional extras, but the material to retrim your original armrests are included within the kit. It's also worth noting that the door snap-on edge trim, that's an optional extra, not included as part of the main trim kit as well. Everything else is part of our main trim kit, which is significantly cheaper to buy than buying all the parts individually. You can buy all of these parts individually, and when we say that, we mean in car sets. So for example, the A-Post Footwell panels at the front there, they're sold as a pair, as part of the car set, etc. So just see our website for details. It's fairly clear from photos and descriptions how the car set system works. We very rarely sell individual singular items, so just bear that in mind. Right, let's dive on in. So this has been done in our cherry red vinyl. Vinyl was the original material used for the majority of the interior trim for these cars. They only really use sort of leather on the seats and console area. It's been done in cherry red, which is one of our various shades of red. See our website for more details on our different shades. We're offering a very, very wide option of shades, probably the largest in the industry in terms of colours, and then shades within those colours, so just bear that in mind. Right, let's start at the front. So we've got the A-Post Footwell panels. These are millboard panels. They're cut on our in-house CNC machine, riveted together and trimmed all the way around. Now these panels differ between left-hand drive and right-hand drive, all related to this map pocket that was featured on the passenger side. So thus we are looking at the right-hand A-Post panel, and if the right-hand A-Post panel has the pocket on it, it means it's for a left-hand drive car. So just bear that in mind. I've got the parts book here. We're talking about this panel here. So that's the A-Post panel that sits down in the footwell in front of the door. So they're sold as a pair or automatically included as part of our trim kits. Obviously all we need to know on that is whether your car is a left-hand drive or a right-hand drive. Done in vinyl as per original spec. We can offer in leather, so just bear that in mind. You've then got the main door panels, front door panels here, and then the rear door panels there. Now we actually sell the door panels as a set of 4. So the set of 4 includes a pair of front door panels and a pair of rear door panels, and then it includes material to retrim your original armrests. What I've done here is combined in this video both the material that we supply as standard as part of the door panel set, but I'm also showing you the actual trimmed up armrests here. Now these are referred to as the torpedo armrests. They're the same as what was used on the Series 1 E-Type 2+2s, as well as the S-Type, Jaguar S-Type and Jaguar 420s. Now, complete transparency here. I'm going to geek out a bit on you here. The MK10 and 420G original armrests were ever so slightly longer than the S-Type torpedo, E-Type torpedo armrests. These days in the aftermarket, if you want brand new molded ones fully trimmed up, they revert to one pattern, which is the slightly shorter style used on the S-Type, the 420 and the E-Type. They do fit, but for those that, if you say ordered these and then compared them to your originals, you would find your originals are slightly longer. Like I say, it doesn't matter, they do fit fixings, etc., but we like to be as transparent as possible with these things, so just bear that in mind. Obviously the material we supply is ample to fit both the aftermarket style and the original style. Door panels, they are hardboard cut on our in-house CNC machine. They have all of the relevant fixing holes around the perimeter. They have pilot holes for other bits and bobs, such as the door handle release, the window winder. They're obviously for the armrest there. We leave a flap on the top. That's intentional so that the capping can attach on and tuck underneath to create a nice seamless finish. That's done intentionally. Rears, exactly the same principle, armrest fixings, the window winder, door related, etc. We also do a pilot guide there for, I believe it's the electric windows, which are fitted on some of the cars. We don't trim it out fully, so it gives you the flexibility whether you have it or you do not have it. Same principle again on the top related to the cappings. On the front, they featured the HF Weld pattern, so high frequency welding, so it embosses the material. We can achieve this effect on both vinyl and leather, so just bear that in mind. One of the few companies in the world that has the original tooling, and it was featured on both the front and rear door panels as such. So that's supplied as standard. Just show you from the parts book. So we've got that's the front door panel there. You can see the basic outline it's giving you there for the Weld pattern. It's got the armrest on it there, and then the capping that sits on top. And then on this page here, you're seeing the rear door panel there with the associated handles, etc. as mentioned. So they're the door panels. Now we then have what we refer to as the door drain cover panels. Some people call them door striker panels. So these are hardboard panels, again trimmed all the way around apart from one edge. These kind of sit like that. They're sat on the diagonal of the front edge of the door panel. Again, to refer to a parts book, they're this panel here, number 50. So that's part there. They're sold as a pair but supplied as standard in our trim kits. Moving in between the front and rear doors, we have what we refer to as the BC post panel covers. And now these are sewn covers with a French top stitch seam. These are to retrim your original molded panels. Now these, let me find the relevant page. There, they're these bits. It's number 57 in the original parts books there. And they sit directly in between the front and rears on that pillar panel, in between the front and rear door panels. So again, they're sold as a pair or as standard in our trim kits. Moving back towards the back of the car, we've got the upper rear cover panels. So these are actually leather as standard. We've used a grained leather for this kit to match the rest of his kit. Trimmed on hardboard. They have an extra layer around there, which we actually trim around. A lot of other companies do not trim around that piece there, but we make the extra effort there. They sit directly next to the rear seat backrest. So if you open a rear door and sat just inside the car, you would see those just about to the right and the left. Again, to refer to it in the original parts book, where are we? There we are. So that's the rear seat. These are the rear cover panels here. So it's kind of on your shoulder on the outside of the car there. Again, supplied as standard as part of our trim kit, or you can buy them individually as a pair, a car set there. And then at the very back of the car, you've got the rear parcel shelf in hardboard, trimmed all the way around, has the necessary cutouts and steps as per original spec. It's got these cutouts which we float over as standard. I believe they're for speakers. Some of the cars had them, some did not. But we include them but don't trim them out. Gives you a bit of flexibility. And again, that's sold as a single unit as part of our trim kits. And then finally, the door edge draft excluder, the door edging, snap-on Furflex, whatever you want to call it. It goes around the door, both doors actually, sorry, both front and rear doors, so 4 doors. And it's a snap-on style, so it's got the metal U-shaped channel in the middle of it, and it snaps on, goes around all the way around the door. That is an optional extra, i.e. it is never included as part of the trim kit. Yeah, so it's a pretty comprehensive guide there, but hopefully a decent summary of bits and bobs. Obviously see our other videos for more individual in-depth recordings on specific parts, and see our website for more details. Be sure to check out our other videos related to the Mark 10 and the 420G models. It's all a work in progress, but we're getting there. Any questions, please feel free to write a comment or contact me directly using our email. Yeah, look forward to hearing from you, and yeah, please remember to like, subscribe, share with other classic car enthusiasts. And until next time, see you then.